Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Pipe Dummies, the pipe show done by cigar guys that know nothing about pipes. So, as you see, we've got a new host. This will be the second episode I've had new hosts, but we've got someone more firm now. Jared will be here as well, but we also have a brand new addition to the Pipe Dummies lineup, the one and only Ben Bull Shark Lee from Stogie Review. What's happening, Ben?
What's going on, brother?
Nothing, dude. How are you?
Doing good. Doing real good.
So let's ask, first of all, why do they call you the Bull Shark?
Wow. I'm actually getting feedback.
Oh, you are?
I'm actually hearing I know what that is. Hold on a minute. There we go. All right. So yeah, Bull Shark. That's kind of funny, actually. Our buddy, Seth from Seth's Humidor, we trade a lot of Cuban cigar back and forth. Mainly he sends to me. Honestly, that's kind of the way it goes, because he always says he doesn't need anything. So anyway, we always tweet back and forth about what we're smoking Cubans and all that. And he sent me a package, and he had put on there Ben Bull Shark Lee. I'm like, Bull Shark? He started laughing. I'm like, hey, how the hell I become the Bull Shark? He said, man, you had to have a fish name and bull shark because y'all have a ton of bull sharks down there. That's a good point. So that's how the start.
So on this show, you're going to be known as Bull Shark, and I'll be known as the Manatee. And I'm called the Manatee because Seth says I'm fat and slow and can't get out of the way of propellers, which is kind of an asshole thing to say, Seth. But Ben, you've been smoking pipes. I mean, for people that smoke cigars, which that's all we are, we're cigar smokers. Obviously, unless you've been living under a rock for the last 8 years, you've probably heard about Stogie Review, which Ben writes for, is a contributor for, but he's also into pipes. So tell us a little bit about your pipe history.
Well, pipes, I kind of got into around the mid-2000s, and I kind of dabbled in it a little bit because there's not really a pipe shop anywhere around where I'm at, and there's not really a lot of pipe smokers actually where I'm at. So basically, I just, read a lot of stuff online, different blogs or whatever, and went to different forums and stuff. And one of the ones I used to go to all the time was there was a company called Knox Cigar in Knoxville, Tennessee, which had an amazing pipe forum. I was on there all the time, talking to the old guys and stuff and learning a lot. They would actually send me different tobaccos to try and stuff. And, try to learn the different trade. But, it's nowhere near as easy as cigars to pick up. Especially you don't have like a mentor, especially with you, to kind of show you the ropes, and you got to kind of figure it out on your own. So I just kind of muddle along, and I canned some of my own tobaccos way back then too. Like I was going to show you, like we talked about doing a 5100. Here's one that I had canned up in May of 2006.
No joke. And that survived Katrina and everything?
Yeah, sure did.
So speaking of, you live out in the bayou, just so you know. So everyone knows.
Yeah, I live on the Mississippi Gulf Coast, right on the salt marsh. Grew up on a salt marsh, on a bayou. It's probably like you see a lot of my own Stogie Review. I do the cigar, my weekly smoke or whatever. I put the Bayou edition.
The Bayou edition.
Yeah. Yeah, but I kind of, how do we decide if I'm a Virginia smoker or an English smoker? I think I'm leaning a lot more towards English because I see that when I go to grab something, it's using English blend, or a vapor. I really like vapor because Perique's from an hour away from me, so it's where it comes from. So there's a lot of the blends that I kind of enjoy, especially like the Frogmorton on the Bayou is one of my favorite blends.
It's a good one.
Or one of my favorite Jesus Delight, right there. That is unbelievable stuff there. But
I've never that's English, isn't it, or is it not?
It's a vapor. Well, it's got Cavendish in it. I was thinking it had a Perique. Yeah, it's Virginia, Perique, and Cavendish. That's from 2007, right there, actually.
Dude, look at you, man! I thought I had some old stuff, but you got quite the little collection.
Yeah, I've stockpiled quite a bit. I've got, and if you follow me on Twitter and Instagram, you saw the post that I put on there about the GLP stuff that you got from Cigar Federation store. But yeah, I got all that plus I got even more tins. Chelsea Morning for 2011, Odyssey. These are all unopened. Odyssey, I can't even read this one. I think this says 2006 as well. That's the Odyssey. Embarcadero. That's the. This is from 2007, unopened. I'm a GLP piece whore, big time.
I can tell. So
Fillmore, 2006.
Dude, look at you, homie. You're like me, but you did this like 10 years ago.
Well, remember we talked about Cuba cigar while we were in Belgium and Holland?
Oh yeah.
Like everybody said they're not patient enough, and I said, well, I can sit on mine for up to 8 years. That's why I have all this tobacco.
So how often do you? I mean, so you love GLPs. You know, you've been smoking since then, but you've kind of like tell us a little bit about. You know, you're primarily a cigar smoker. I mean, I know you're going to get back more into pipes because of the show, but I mean, what have you been? I mean, have you been smoking the pipe lately? I mean, I went from no pipe to like, you know, smoking maybe a bowl a day over the last 9 months since we've been doing this show. But where do you kind of fall? Are you a pipe dummy or are you a little bit more advanced? Where would you fall?
Well, it's kind of in between, actually. I mean, because the way my brain works is if I constantly am doing something or I'm using something, I have a really good memory with it. You know, I get that muscle memory. So when I do pipes a lot, it's easy for me, and I can pick it up and go whatever. But to me, pipes are seasonal because I don't really like smoking them when it's real hot outside. You know, Mississippi on the Gulf Coast, it's hot a whole lot. So you usually do it in kind of in the cooler months. Like I'll start now pretty good, or go all the way to probably May when it's still a little cooler. You know, but it's kind of been off and on, but I kind of really started picking it back up pretty good because I started going with my buddy of mine. He works at the cigar shop here. We go up to Birmingham to go to the India race up there, and they have a really awesome pipe shop there called the Briary, and it is an amazing, amazing store. So we started going in there and hanging out and having, smoking a pipe, then we can go in and have it. There's a nice coffee store right next to it. We go get a coffee and have a pipe. And it was so relaxing, so awesome that it got the bug back in me, and I started smoking more and more and more pipes. So it's kind of comes in waves with me with pipes, but it's kind of came back the past year pretty good.
I would, yeah. I mean, I think the one thing that I've noticed about pipes that is, hey, Jared, thanks for fucking joining us as I spill my pipe on myself.
Hey, isn't it better late than never, right?
So everyone, Jared, the other host that doesn't talk is here. Thank you, Jared. Yeah. We were on a roll, too. Have you ever met Ben?
I know how it is trying to get away from family. It's great.
I know, I hear you. So
don't care what you got going on.
It's cool, dude. So, as I spilled the bowl on myself, so, one thing I've noticed about pipes that is pretty awesome, actually, is that, with cigars, let's say I don't smoke a cigar for a month. I mean, I smoke cigars every day. I'm in and out of my humidor every day. So when it's low on water in my cigar oasis, I refill it, right? One of the things I like about pipes is you could literally go to a foreign country for 10 years and just walk away and come back, and if you've properly stored your stuff, there's no upkeep. You've got it in a jar, you've got it in a tin, you don't have to do anything. And I really like that because cigars take a hell of a lot more attention, but where pipes, I think, are a bigger pain in the ass is actually smoking them. Lighting a cigar, I mean, I was smoking a cigar before we started smoking. This thing's probably still lit. No, it's not. But lighting a cigar is so easy, where pipe is such a pain in the ass.
Yeah, well, it definitely is. And that's kind of the thing, like, even to this day, I have not got the tamping down correctly. Half the time that I tamp, I put it out, and I have the little nail, or I have the check tool that you have.
Yeah.
Because they're awesome, But I just gently tamp it, let the weight of the tamper do it, And I still don't do it right. And everybody says you can't over tamp. You can't over tamp. Tamp. But that's how you keep your cigar, your pipe going, right? but to me, it's like a mystery. I still can't get it down right, you know. But you're right.
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead, Bull Shark.
I was just saying that you can't. That's what's cool about it too. Like, I can actually have a pipe, go run a bunch of errands or whatever, come back, and then finish the pipe off when I get back home, and it tastes exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's amazing. You know, the only other kind of thing that's a little bit of a pain in the ass is, you know, how they say you need to have your, you know, different pipes for different blends. You know, especially at least make it where you have English pipes and you have Virginia pipes.
And aromatic pipes.
Yeah, then aromatic, yeah. I don't really smoke too much aromatic, but...
Yeah, I don't either. Jared over there loves his Boone's Farm.
I got to admit, I like them.
Well,
go ahead.
I was going to say, I do like some because, yeah, right off the camera here, I have a bin that has all the pipe tobacco in it. And when I tinned up this 5100, me and some other guys that were on Cigar Weekly, we went in and went to Boswell Pipes when I bought one of their pipes. Then we bought a shit ton of their tobacco, and you know a lot of theirs is aromatic, but it's not goopy aromatics. It's like, I don't know how to explain it. They don't gurgle or nothing. They smoke really well, and their flavor on them is freaking amazing. So they got one called Berry Cobbler that is unbelievably good, man. It's awesome. Christmas Cookie is another one that's really good. But I'm not really big into aromatics. I don't really care for them. I mean, if somebody's around me smoking them, I'm loving that. But to me, I just usually have too many problems with aromatics, and I just don't really mess with them if I don't have to.
Mm-hmm. I get the gurgles. But that's it. But so what are we smoking tonight? So we're having different formats here. So now that we've got two co-hosts, you're going to see that, well, actually three of us, is that you're going to see some weeks there'll be three of us, some weeks there'll be two of us, and there'll never be a week where there's just one of us. There'll always be two of us. And basically, if you look at cigarfederation.com under events, you'll see that we've actually got every Tuesday scheduled out for the rest of the year. So the idea is us to smoke kind of the same tobacco, talk about it, but really just to kind of shoot the shit, more or less. So tonight, and I'm going to be the gringo in the room, even though this isn't related to cigars, but I'm going to be the gringo. We're smoking Balkan Sasieni.
Are you sure?
I don't know. We talked about it off air. I don't know. Well, that's one thing, is that with cigars like Vitola, Lajero, Seco, Viso, I know kind of the nomenclature. Like, I know how to pronounce some of this fucked up shit instead of saying Legeron or Ligero. Like, I know how to dodge that. But with pipes, I don't know the lingo because I haven't heard people speak it a lot. But it's Balkan Sasieni, I guess, Sasieni. So basically it's a mixture made by Peter Stokeby that's made in, I believe, Denmark. It's, I think, and I could be wrong, but it's kind of I wouldn't say a knockoff, but it's supposed to be somewhat reminiscent or somewhat similar, so they say, to the original Balkan Sobrani original mixture that came in the white can. And the cool thing about it is we're all smoking, we'll all talk about it here in a second. What I really like about it is it's fucking cheap. I mean, you can find tins of it for $6 to $7, $8 when you're looking, and it's always, unlike Balkan Sobrani, it is always available. You can get it pretty much anywhere, and it's not like when Sobrani comes out after the trade show and, oh my God, this is up, and then people rush out. Even though I did, just for you guys to know, we will be smoking Sobrani as well, but in a later show. But I did get 4 tins of that this year.
Wow,
somehow.
Yeah, see, I'm like that with like the esoterica blends like Penzance and like Margate and Knightsbridge, Stonehaven. You know, I kind of hunt those down, but Sobrani is not one that I really had too much experience with, so I hadn't really tried to hunt that down. I didn't know until the past month that it was, you know, so rare, it was hard to get and expensive as hell.
It depends on where you get it, though. Like if you go to, it's weird, if you go to like Pipes and Cigars, and they'll have it for like, I think it's like, last time I checked, like $25 a tin or something. Ridiculous. and it's never in stock. But I bought my 410s off Mars Cigars, or Mars and Cigars, or Mars Cigars, or something.
Yeah, I know
and they had it for $11.25.
What?
Yeah, dude, $11.25.
Wow.
I know. So it's one of those things where it's like people like jack the shit up on the price, like because people and like with some of the esoterica stuff, people do that and they can get away with it, and people will pay just about anything. But they're not. Pipes and Cigars definitely oversells a lot of that in terms of price.
Yeah.
But I'm getting into the Sobrani or in the Sasieni a little bit. Contents has some Latica, some Oriental, some Turkish, has some Macedonian leaf, and some Virginias. And kind of first puffs, it's not a super strong.
No,
it's definitely not strong at all. It's not necessarily overpowering. It doesn't really get anything crazy. I will say is that I am getting a little bit of a tongue bite, but I am kind of unfortunately a fast pipe smoker, so it is biting a little bit. But it's very, it's not, I wouldn't say smoky, but it's got a little bit, very interesting floral notes to it. I don't know, it's kind of hard to describe, but so far I'm getting into it's okay. But not my final judgment.
Yeah, it's kind of, to me right now it's kind of okay. It's got, it's kind of got a musty note in there with the florals. It's kind of weird to me. I don't know. Right.
Jared, what do you think?
Well, kind of in between on both of those. I get a little bit of floral. I get a little bit of that. Musty's a pretty good term to put it. I couldn't figure out at first what I was getting out of it, but it's kind of a good note for it. Kind of a musky floral note. A little different. But it's definitely giving me that rose floral note that coats the mouth like a few of those other English blends have given.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I'm on the fence with this one so far.
So, one thing I've noticed, I don't know if you guys have any authors, but when I was at IPCPR, I found this guy, and I gave you the guy, the Italian fucker, that I buy pipes from. And dude, I guess pipes, like, now granted it's a little bit older, but it's the OB1, or is it the OB2? Yeah, this is the OB1. They don't even make this shit anymore. And I got this pipe for like $60. It was fucking awesome, and I was so excited because I've never had an author before. And I don't know about you, but authors smoke like shit.
Do they really?
I think they do. Like compared
to because I was about to buy one.
Compared to this, my DE.
Yeah.
Dude, it smokes like shit. Like I don't know. Jared, I smoked it for the first time when you were down at my house, and I had the Penzance in it, and it just smokes like crap. I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I definitely, I don't know.
I remember you having problems that day, and then I used this little $40 basic pipe, and I lit it, 3 times in the beginning, tamped it, and was done, smoked to the bottom of the bowl.
It's true.
So, yeah, I don't know. Either the pipe or the user smoking the pipe.
It could be user error, that's for sure.
Yeah, I actually found one on his eBay store that I really, really liked. It was, it's that author's shape. Was it 301 KS? Is that what it is? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the Tundra series, and it looks freaking gorgeous, man. And I was just about to pull the trigger on it.
I talked you out of it.
Well, maybe. I don't know because I went to Pipe Magazine has a pretty nice forum, and I went to go look up some information on that pipe. They actually have a thread going on that size, and everybody was raving about that size. But how it's a great smoker. It's a little heavy, but I don't clench my pipe in my teeth using it anyway. I kind of hold on to it.
Right.
But sometimes I will, clench it. And I usually use those little rubber tips.
Where did you get those? I want to get those.
The Briary in Birmingham. But Pipes and Cigars and Smoking Pipes have them too.
Girl, I've looked on Pipes and Cigars. I can never find them.
Well, I got. How many you need?
I don't know. A couple.
How many pipes you got?
I don't know. Probably like 10.
Right. I'll send
Maybe.
them up there.
Okay. We'll call it a trade. And after all the shit I've been sending you guys, but it feels good. That's one thing I would tell you about pipes, though. For me, it's much easier to part with. I bought a bunch of pipe tobacco, and first of all, you feel like you get a hell of a lot more when you spend $150 in pipe tobacco than you do in $150 worth of cigars.
Oh my God, that's for sure.
I mean, it's ridiculous. And I got stuff where we're going to smoke a different pipe tobacco for 23 weeks starting in January, and was able to get enough where each of us got anywhere from a half an ounce to an ounce, depending.
Yeah.
On 23 different things, I spent like $130. It was awesome. And we got good shit, too.
Yeah, that's going to be good. I think I got sometimes I have a problem. I actually will smoke this too fast. Like, I'm smoking in, I think this is a mid-'80s. I don't know. Actually, I don't actually know what the year this one is, but this is a GBD New Era. And I've got a lot of the state GBDs, and the reason I got them is because GLP has a blog, and one of the things he talks about is how much he loves the GBD pipes.
I have to ask, what is a GBD?
I don't remember.
What Dr. Grabo or whatever?
No. These are English-made pipes. I don't know. They're just GBD. I don't know what GBD stands for, but they have different ones. Like this is a New Era model. They have a prehistoric. New Era and the prehistorics and the Internationals. The other one I got. They're probably the three most popular models to go hunt down and collect. But I got to remember this one. I got to smoke slow because sometimes they can get pretty hot kind of quick.
Right.
But one of the tricks an old timer taught me back in the day was put it to your cheek, and if you can't hold it there for several seconds, you're smoking it too fast. Slow down, let it cool off a little bit. So,
yeah, I mean,
sorry.
That's one thing I've noticed is that like with pipes, it's really easy to go out and buy a pipe. You know, it's very easy to go out and buy a pipe. But now bring it back to the Sasieni here, it's a lot spicier than I thought it was going to be. Like, it's definitely got a little bit of spice to it. And I was expecting with Virginia's a little bit more sweetness, but it's definitely not sweet at all, at least not for me.
No, it's that. No. I don't get any sweetness whatsoever with this.
I mean, it's definitely spicy and musty for sure. It's almost got like a sour twang to it.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely does.
Sour twang. I don't know. I mean, I guess the thing that fascinates me about pipe tobacco, and granted, this is like new stuff, right? I mean, I got this tin and I sent it out. I mean, I think maybe a couple of months old, 3 months old, is how different pipe tobacco becomes. It's kind of like a Cuban cigar, how different it becomes after 2 to 3 years versus, and that's one thing we definitely need to do a show on is look at, for example, I've got, if we look at one of these blends, dig out something that's 3 or 4 years aged, and then do a blind thing to say which one's aged and which one's not. I think that'd be kind of interesting.
Yeah, we could definitely do that with this 5100.
Dude, but that's like so old, I don't even want you to crack that jar. That'd just be like sacrilegious.
Well, then I'm about to be sacrilegious.
Oh, please don't.
Yeah, why would I not? What do I save that for? I could die tomorrow. Why would I save it?
Well, that's true, but
I would have. Well, you know what? I tell you what. We'll do this in May. It'll be 10 years old in May.
You want to do it in May? Okay, done.
Yeah.
I'll schedule that in May.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. And I'll supply the stuff that's like, actually, we'll use this. It's like, it'll be 6 months old, and we'll compare and contrast.
Yeah. So, like I said, a lot of this, like I got a shit ton of Hadu's Delight, too, obviously. This is from 2007.
Jesus.
But the good thing here, about where I live in Mississippi, one of the good things, that's not many, but is that, like, when I open these cans, the tins or whatever, I mean, they still stay moist and nice.
Because the humidity is so horrible.
Yeah.
Hey, kind of like me.
Yeah, it's so humid here, it's ridiculous. Like, here's some Barbary Coast. It's a Burley, Virginia blend. It's not really one of my favorites. Burley, to me, I kind of love it and hate it. I can't even read what this one was. I think it's 2001. That can't be right. But it's been opened. And
so you not mason jar it after you've opened it?
Well, these I didn't. And I mean, it's not even dry. It still feels like the time that I opened it up. It's perfect. Look at it.
Oh, shit.
It's still perfect.
Huh.
that clumps. It's no need to. But I mean, I am going to start tinting some of this. Like I saw I watch a lot of the pipe review stuff on YouTube, and one of the guys had got one of those OXO containers. And basically, it seals itself. Like it's this big button on the top. You press down, it pops the button up. You can lift the top of it off, and then push it back down. Push the button down and close it. It seals it back up again.
Really?
He was using that for the Peter Heinrich, the Old Dark Fire, I think is what it's called. The stuff that's kind of like the new Orlick.
Right.
Dark stuff. Anyway, he was keeping it in that. And he said, this has been working great. And they're more convenient because, I have a 6-year-old running around. The less glass I have sitting on shelves, the better.
This is true.
I'm going to try to get some of those and start using that and open up some of these new tins.
So, I just put all my stuff in a mason jar, and it's hard for me. Like, I've got some aged stuff that I bought off of a guy who passed away, and it's hard. Like, there's some stuff from '06, and I'm just like, man, I really don't want to open that shit up. It's just when it gets that old, it's kind of like, man, I just don't even want to open it.
Yeah, and see, that's the thing, too. I know where you're coming from, because, I do have a lot of this older stuff, some old tins, and I'm definitely not above buying a whole shit ton of tins and taking the entire package from, smoking pipes, pipes, cigars, whoever, taking the box and just setting it on a shelf and not touching it for years. But the thing is, I was watching one pipe review where he was like, you need to smoke it to make sure you like it, because, hell, if you don't even like it from the beginning, but why even try to age it if you don't like it? So that's kind of a good point. So I've been ordering, multiples of something, at least trying it. If I like it, then, I'll put the other stuff up. But the thing is, it's like you said, once you crack it and you burn through it, it's gone forever. There's
true.
There's no place to go get aged pipe tobacco that I know of anywhere.
No. Unless you can find, an estate sale or someone passed away where they had a collection, and then you have to assume that they actually properly dated everything and kept good records and all that. Or you can even read the dates at the bottom of the tin, or know, frankly, how to even read the dates on some of the tins. Then, you don't really know. But you're right. There's not you can't buy it. And it's not okay, I'm going to go get a 10-year-old tin of this. It's not like that. It's you get oh, yeah, this guy's having an estate sale, and he has a bunch of this or that or whatever. Yeah, you're right. It's hard to do, but I'm kind of the way. With cigars, I can't really do that. If I get cigars and I like them, other than maybe one or two that, I want to save forever or save for a long time, I won't smoke. The rest of them, I'll just burn through them. If I get something and I like it, I'll burn through a box and just burn through them. But with pipes, I don't like it as much, so it's much easier for me to save. You know what I mean? It's just because I can't smoke it nearly as much. And I've seen that how much people will pay for 10 to 20-year-old tins of stuff. They'll pay 10, 15, 20 times what it costs. It's crazy.
Oh, yeah. There's you can actually sometimes go on eBay and look at old. Sometimes you can find old pipe tobacco on there, and how they get away with it is they say,
Yeah, it's a collector's tin or whatever.
Yeah, I'm selling the tin. It just the tobacco comes free with it. It just happens to be inside, but the tin's what's for sale. That's
exactly.
Tobacco.
Which is so funny, because then if the tin's rusted out or rotted out, then you're going to be pissed. But I guess legally, there's not a damn thing you can do about it, because you're buying a tin, not the tobacco.
Like a good example of old tobacco that's worth a lot of money is coming back to GLPs again. He makes a lot of one-off tobacco blends, like for the Chicago Pipe Show.
Mm-hmm.
He'll make a blend for that show, and I've actually got 1 tin of it. It's the same size as this Barbary Coast. It's called Mephisto. It was only made for that show.
Really?
It was never sold out anywhere else. So it's super rare. So those tins of those at the shows that he did back in the day sell for anywhere from $100 to $300 a tin.
Damn.
Yeah.
No shit. Well, do you have any of the GLPs? Because wasn't there a lot of GLPs that was destroyed in a fire that aren't even sold anymore?
Well, yeah, it was. It wasn't just his. I think it was C&D's. It was theirs too, but it was a huge barn full of Syrian Latakia, and it burned to the ground. And because of all the conflict going on over there, you know, there's no Latakia coming back out again. So that's why you see a lot of stuff now. Will have the Cyprian Latakia, and a rare. Sometimes you'll have this rare blend. You'll see it will say Syrian Latakia, like the what is it? The H8 Syrian,
yeah,
the H8
or the Ashton. The Ashton Artisans blend. That thing's good. I like that.
That has a Syrian Latakia in it?
Pretty sure.
Wow.
Let me Google.
I don't know. Because I've never had an Ashton blend before. So
it's really good. I mean, that was one of the first ones I've liked that gravitated me towards, like, you know, more of the English style and the Balkan style blends.
Yeah. I respect a lot of Balkan, but you know, I got this Odyssey, but it's not even open.
Yeah, Ashton Artisans blend. Here we go. Yep, Syrian Latakia and a touch of Perique.
Wow. Dude, I got to try that.
I've got 410s. Because it's good. So, Jared, what's up, man? You're not talking.
Nowhere for me to jump in here.
Well, you're too slow on the draw. You're too slow. You sound weird in your room.
I didn't have time to prep it. I just kind of ran in here, set my pipe up, and started going. And then I just realized I forgot to get any headphones, so I'm just kind of going straight into the computer, so that kind of might be part of my issue tonight. I mean, it's not like I had 3 weeks to prepare for this or not, but...
You're just like a big old ball of fucking mess right now.
Really? I got so much going on, it's nuts.
Well, what do you got going on? Tell me. Tell us what's going on in the life of Jared.
Well, one you know about that's never anything organized, and you never know what's going to happen is that kid.
Oh,
so that 20-month-old throws the life off really nicely. Never know what I'm going to be doing next, or if I'll be able to do it, or what he's going to be. Because he pushes his table and chairs around now, and he'll just be up on a counter turning lights on and off, or he pushed his table all the way around the hallway, through the foyer, into the kitchen, the dining room, and up into the kitchen, so he could get up on the counter, get my iPad, and was about to pull a brand new full handle of bourbon off the counter. So that was fun today.
Really?
So he's already starting off awesome.
Oh, iPad, he grabs my cigars, he grabs the bourbon. He knows what to go for already.
But he is an awesome kid already, though.
He knows what he's doing. I got
he's a wild little shit.
Yeah, he is. Then I got work, and I've currently started working with one of the other guys in the office for one of his jobs, and he's notoriously bad for procrastination. He has no time management. So as soon as I work with him, overtime starts. So I had to go up to the office last night for a couple hours to knock some stuff out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was fun. Then I came home, and my neighbor said, hey, I went out and bought a KFC. I kind of wanted to try it. You want to go? I said, sure, I got a couple of them. Let's sit out and smoke. So I sat out and smoked with him.
You smoked the KFC last night? It's funny because I'm sending you that yard bird to smoke.
Yeah, I was like, that is funny, but I haven't smoked a KFC since, oh man, it's been a little while, probably since Nicaragua, really. I do like them, though. So I had a Fat Molly last night. That was yum.
I got to be ready for a KFC. Like, I have to really mentally prepare myself to smoke it. Like, when I smoke it, I really enjoy it. But I can't just grab one. Like, I think I'm going to have a cigar. Let me go grab a KFC. I can't do that with that one. It's pretty
I can't either.
I like them. The room, though, like, I could smell his, and it was almost better than smoking mine.
Oh, wow.
I think it tastes like Copenhagen Chew. I used to chew because I was a shit kicker. Dude, it smells and it tastes just like Copenhagen snuff.
Well, I know that tastes well.
I do that, but I don't get that from that one.
Did you ever chew? You ever dip?
I tried it one time.
Okay. Well, I did for like 7 years.
This isn't for me.
If you did it for a long enough time and you got used to it, you probably just did it once and threw up and called it good, which was a good way to go.
I got pretty sick. Oh, yeah, gone.
Yeah. But anyway, so I mean, it just got that like salty, like smokiness. Like it just tastes exactly like it. It just takes me back to like in high school, fucking playing baseball, dipping some Copenhagen is what that shit tastes like.
Oh, and the one other thing I've been trying to deal with is, and this isn't out there, but not a big deal. But some people be like, "Why are you doing that?" I was actually selling my bike.
What?
Because yeah. I thought about it. You know what? The bike's paid for. That's liquid cash that's sitting there. I don't need to have it.
But that means you'll only have one car.
No big deal. I mean, it's a 5-minute drive to work.
So is Tina going to pack up and take you to work every day?
Some days she'll take me, some days I'll drive. I mean, she doesn't always need the car, I don't always need the car, so we'll just kind of make do. It's not a big deal because I'm going to sell it, and as I've talked to you about, I've been doing a lot of investing. So
you're going to roll those dice.
I'm going to roll those dice because it's been working for me some other funds, so I'm going to add to the funds, roll the dice some more because it's been working so well, and build the funds and go back later.
And then buy like a triple Hayabusa?
A triple.
Yeah.
The Hayabusa will come back later. The Hayabusa is not gone. It might be 2 years before it comes back, but I will be back on one.
Man, I don't know. I mean, I applaud you to try to get away with one car. I mean, we have my wife's car that's like the family car, and I have my piece of shit Jeep. And even though I work from home, and I mean, literally, you know how many miles I put on my Jeep last year? All last year?
Was
3,000 miles.
How many?
3,000.
3,000?
And of which probably half of those were going to and from the airport.
And so the other half is probably going to and from Home Depot.
That's probably fucking true, actually. That's actually really true.
I think that day at Home Depot was probably the hardest that Jeep's ever worked in its life.
That Jeep was struggling that day with 300 pounds of drywall on it. It was struggling pretty hard.
That was a load. People were looking at us funny.
I can't believe we got it back to my fucking house. I'm shocked.
But that's what I was getting to my bike. I've been dealing with people that are idiots that either don't know how to buy something like that or that don't realize that you have to have that kind of money in cash, because I said no payments. And people down here don't have that kind of cash. I think you get past about $3-4 grand and people are like, that's millionaire money. So I've been dealing with people trying to trade and payments and agreeing to a deal and then not showing up, just dropping off the face of the earth. So I got one guy who's coming down from, he's actually north of Houston, supposed to be here in about an hour or so.
Oh, no shit.
We'll see. If he shows up, bike's gone. If not, I'm going to keep on it. But so I've been dealing with that. So my head's been all kinds of places other than much else lately. You know, I actually got quite a few cigars in this weekend. I mean, 3 cigars in a weekend for me is nuts.
You got 3 cigars in a weekend?
3. That's like 2 weeks worth of cigars easy for me.
That was this morning for me.
That was before pipe dummies today.
Yeah, no, not me. 1 or 2 a week is pretty normal.
That's crazy. I still don't. I guess, I mean, it does suck because you can't smoke on the bike, and you only live about 2 minutes away from the office. You can't smoke in the car because of the baby, which makes sense. You don't work from home.
Can't smoke in the office.
Can't smoke in the office. Man, your life fucking sucks.
I couldn't imagine going back to an office right now.
Oh, fuck, I'd kill myself. I'd quit. Seriously, I'd fucking quit. Working from home is the devil.
I would too. I turned down a raise so I could stay working at home.
I think I would too. I actually think I would. I would turn down a promotion. Not just a raise, but a promotion.
Yeah, well,
with a raise. Substantial raise. Just to be able to work out of my home office. Thanks, Jared.
It's worth every penny of losing.
And as soon as we schedule some time, that wall behind you, we can finish that.
I know, I need to get you up here, but my next couple of weeks are going to be crazy. I'm going to be in Boston next week for a couple of days, in Chicago the next week, and then the weekends, Allie's running some marathon, so we're going to see how well that turns out 2 weekends from now. And then Cameron's birthday, I might have to go out to Singapore for a couple of days.
Man, I'll go with you.
I don't know, man. I'm kind of worried about. I mean, I go a lot of places for work, but I'm a little worried about going to Singapore. I don't know why. I just feel like I'm gonna be the guy that like spits on something and gets caned.
Dude, I would give anything to go to Singapore. Singapore and Hong Kong, 2 places I've
I'll
always
be your
wanted to
bodyguard. Let's go.
go.
I don't know.
That made 2 of us.
You guys, well, that's true. You guys could protect me, but I mean, wasn't it the guy, like the Michael guy, that like was? It was back in the day. Do you remember when that motherfucker?
The wall.
Yeah.
I mean, you really gonna
He
go
was like,
grab your paints and write your name out there?
what?
Said he graffitied a wall. You really gonna go grab some spray paint and start writing sick bed on everything?
Motherfucker, I might. No, he did it.
Well,
He was like cars or something. Wasn't he like graffiti cars or something? Or am I wrong about that?
I don't remember. I remember he didn't get his ass beat.
But I can't
It was
remember
like 65 lashes or something. Like it fucked his ass up.
I mean, you can't graffiti over here legally, so why would you do it over there? That's kind of stupid.
I don't know. I wouldn't want to fuck with it.
Don't steal. Don't graffiti. Keep your fingers in your hands.
Keep your finger in your hands. What are you
And
talking
don't go
about?
close to cut your hands off for stealing.
Oh yeah, that's true. I don't know, man. I just think it's kind of dicey over there.
I'd love to go.
I would too.
You travel so much, you forget that other people don't get to, and we'd appreciate it a lot more.
It's not that I don't appreciate it, but man, have you ever been on a plane for fucking 26 hours straight?
Oh, never mind.
No.
It's fucking miserable. I mean,
Dude,
babe, you were complaining about the 9-hour flight.
Yeah.
Dude, add another 10-hour one leg to that, plus another 3 hours on a jump. That's what you would have to do to get there, unless you flew like 20 hours straight.
I'm out.
Yeah, it's fucking horrible.
Yeah, I'm not saying that'd be fun. That would suck, but
It would
being
have
there.
to be a lot longer. Like I would have to. It would be for 2 days. I'd have to go for like a month. I would do it if I could be there for a long time.
Yeah. Well, I'm being facetious, like a couple of days. I'm talking like maybe a week.
That's kind of borderline. I still don't know if I'd do it for a week.
Yeah. It's tough.
Oh, man.
I mean, you don't even get unjet lagged in a week.
Yeah.
You know, definitely don't even get unjet lagged, though. So, what are you guys thinking about this Sasieni?
I am getting. Mine's gotten very soapy. That floral soapiness
Soapy?
that I get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see that.
I mean, it's not bad. It's not hitting my palate perfect. Little soapy, got a little bite to it, little spice.
Just have a little bit of bite. It's definitely not my favorite.
No. I don't. It's okay. I would smoke it, but this isn't one I would buy at the cellar, you know.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask you, Bull Shark, because for Jared, who does pipe reviews on Cigar Federation, what would you give it? Would you give it 5 stars, aka meaning stock up, purchase multiple ounces to smoke and age? That's a no. 4 stars, keep in the rotation, purchase enough to keep it in the rotation. 3 stars, aka when it's on sale, you wouldn't pay full retail, but you'd purchase it if it was on sale. 2 stars, only when it's free. You'd smoke a bowl if it was free and you had nothing else to smoke. Or 1 star, aka never again. You'd never smoke it, even if it was given to you.
That's tough. I'd probably say a 2.5, leaning towards a 3. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. I mean, it's just I could think of a million other things I would rather smoke. That's the problem, you know. But I would smoke it. I would smoke it again. It's definitely not a problem. But to me, it's got that. It does have a little bit of bite. Maybe I'm smoking it too fast. I don't know, but it's got that bite and that muskiness. And I get something that almost tastes like kind of a meaty characteristic to it too.
Yeah.
Like a really rare steak kind of that flavor. Kind of weird. I don't know. The first thing that popped in my head was rare meat, like a meatiness about it. Then I don't know. I don't really care for it that much. But if I had a 10, I would go through the whole 10. I wouldn't just give it away or throw it away or nothing, but
Oh no, I definitely wouldn't pitch it. I think I'd probably be at like a 2. And the only reason I'd be at a 2 is because, I mean, it's already so inexpensive. I've never really seen it on sale. And I mean, as for pipe tobacco goes, it actually in a tin for like $6.5, $7 is actually pretty inexpensive when you think about it, what you're getting.
yeah.
So, I mean, you can't get much cheaper than that in reality. So it's something, yeah, I mean, I would smoke it again, if somebody gave it to me. But do I see myself cracking into this to be like, ooh, I want to smoke a pipe and it's not for the show? Do I see myself grabbing this? No.
Yeah, that's
Not
kind of
at all.
where I'm at, because I mean, I'm surrounded by English blends right now, sitting where I'm at. A lot of it, like I said, a lot of it's GLPs, but I've got some McClellan back there too. But I'd much rather have any of those over this right here. It's just the way it is. I mean, but it's not terrible though.
It's not terrible.
It's in the middle. Well, yeah,
It's
two
not-
stars.
I'd smoke it. I got no problem smoking it, but it would sit at the back of my stack, and I wouldn't get to it very often.
Let me ask you guys a question, because I'm running into a serious problem here, and I'm about to do something really stupid. Is that you've seen my cellar bin. I mean, I saw the look of shock when you saw how much I had in there. How the hell do you keep that shit organized where you can actually find whatever the fuck you're looking for?
How I do it personally?
Yeah, because I can't figure it out. I have no idea what I'm going to do. Like, at the bottom of my wife and I's closet, I've got literally like 10 of the mason jar trays, you know what I mean? With just tins with mason jars in them, and then boxes full of tins. And I'm like, fuck, I was trying to look for this shit to send this guy out to you guys, and I literally had to rip apart 17 boxes to find the fucking shit to send out to you.
Well, what I do, a lot of my stuff is in like the tins like that,
Okay.
And I mean, I do have mason jars, like, I got this is my biggest mason jar I got, the 5100 here. But what I do is, let me see if I can turn this a little bit here. I have this right here, this bin, and it's full. It's got full of my tins of stuff in there. I mean, I've got some pulled out because I have them over here. Because I try to build my cellar like you did online.
Right.
But I have like that Boswell. This is Hunter's Choice. I don't think this is aromatic, but it's in small jars like that too. And I have probably 6 of these in there, and I just kind of stack them up and put them inside this whatever you call that thing, that Rubbermaid bin or whatever. And it kind of keeps them. And I could stack them on top of each other, but they all are self-contained. So when I need to move them, I just grab the whole bin and just move it where I need to go.
That's true.
But it's kind of found a permanent home in my little man cave here, so it's pretty good. That's kind of what I do with it. I mean, I just stack it all up in those Rubbermaid bins, and it's perfect. So
I need to figure something out, because, I mean, it's getting to the point where the wife's about ready to move that shit out of the closet, and I got to figure out somewhere to put it.
Well, me being a wood guy and having lots of tools, I'm about to go up in this wall over here and build myself some shelving to hold my mason jars and look nice and neat, and, racks and shelves, and I can get to it all. Kind of like we spoke about at your house over there.
That'd be
Blue
cool.
and a couple of good pieces of board.
yeah, that would be the best thing. Like the one thing that I am missing is I need I would like to have some shelving like that myself for for stuff like that. For one, it's kind of hard. Like, I have to basically dig through this to find something like I'll try to find some Westminster for GLPs. And it was the bottom back corner of this son of a bitch. So now it's all wrecked. I got to reorganize it all again. That's kind of a problem. But I also I need to get a pipe rack. I need at least, I want to get 2 of them, because I want to have one for Virginia pipes, one for English pipes. And that way I can have all my pipes sitting up, and I know, I want to smoke that one today. I'm going to smoke that one today. But they're all organized and where I can see them, Because right now they're all just laying across the top of my desk, and of course I have no workspace now because the pipes are laying everywhere. But that's the next thing I'm going to try to get, is that organization.
I need to figure something out, because. Oh, go ahead, Jared.
Figure it out.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just worried you're going to build shelving. I'm just worried that. I swear to God, every time I talk, you talk. I swear to God. Every time. Every motherfucking time. It's crazy. It's like I'm waiting, like a fucking mouse, just kind of sitting here waiting not to talk, and then I okay, it's free. Then I go, and then Jared talks. It's fucking ridiculous. All right, so I'm talking now. So one thing I'm worried about is I would build like a fucking really nice like shelf out here. But what I noticed when I had my smoking room in the house is a lot of the labels in the jars turn fucking yellow as shit. And obviously I'm sitting in there all day, and that's probably super unhealthy for me, and I'm probably going to die early. But it turned all the shit yellow, and I just don't really like that. And the other thing is that this room is only air conditioned when I'm in it, and I really don't. It can get up to 90 degrees, and I just don't know if I want my pipe tobacco sitting out in an unair conditioned place, for 12 hours potentially. You know what I mean? Or longer if I'm like out of town or something. Huh?
Why do you turn it off for that long? I mean, it's not that big a deal to keep that thing down in the 80s.
Yeah, but you know how cheap I am, Jared.
I do, but I'm cheap too. But I keep this room at 80 at the highest.
I would die.
That's what I do. Now, where's your garage, Bullshark?
Do what?
Never did it again, damn it, Jared. It's always fucking happens.
Go ahead.
What did you say? Okay, you talk. You talk. I'll shut up.
Okay, well, I'll talk to say, what did you say about a garage? What were you going to say?
I was going to ask Bullshark to say, I think he's out in his garage.
Yeah, I am.
How hot is it out there?
Oh, right now it's 77 degrees.
So I know it gets hot as a fucking witch's titty down there in the bayou. Does you think that fucks with your pipe tobacco or your pipes being out in that heat and humidity all day?
It does my pipes. Yeah, that's the reason I just had to send all my pipes off to get fucking overhauled. So that's why I keep them in my office now, but it has no effect on the pipe tobacco, basically enough.
Really?
Yeah, and I haven't, and I've literally left the pipe tobacco out here to see what would happen. Hadn't really done anything to it at all.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, if I want to, perfect scenario for me would be I could store it all in my office. But my office is, I've got so much shit stockpiled there now, that we don't have room for that. Eventually what I want to do is I want to move that into my office. Because even though so far I know, like this whole summer, some of these tids have been sitting out here that I've been smoking, and I can tell no difference from when I cracked them open till now at all. That, I don't think it's not that big of a deal, but I still want to move them in a climate-controlled environment. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I bought a little wine fridge, and probably what I'll end up doing is when Jared actually comes over here and helps me finish my room and we put in the little subfloor thing, probably what I'll do is I'll move that. Nah, don't shake your head, motherfucker. You didn't finish the job. You left unfinished work, my friend. What?
Every time I try to come back, oh, well, this week we're doing this, next week is that, week after is this, week after that is this. In about 3 months, I'll let you know if I'm available. And then you never get back to me. So we just
it's not my fault. I got shit going on every goddamn weekend.
But don't give him shit for not showing up, man.
Hey, he knows where I live. He knows the house code. He could come on down and finish the job.
Oh, my God.
We were going to do that when we went to Mexico. We actually were going to let him do that, but it didn't quite work out.
I offered to come spend my 3-day weekend at your house working on it. And family decision on your side was, no, don't do it. I was like, all right.
I have to admit, it's just true. As much shit as I give Jared, he is a very good friend and has taken the Lawler household to a whole new level in terms of architectural design. I will have to give him a lot of credit for that.
Now, if you're 4 hours away, that's even further ahead. But that 4-hour drive just starts to kill me.
Yeah, dude, it's a rough drive.
4-hour drive, Jesus Christ.
Bullshark, man. You never been in Texas?
Yes, I'm going to be in Texas Friday.
Really? Are you going to be in Austin?
No, I wish, dude. I'll be in Houston. Well, south of Houston.
Where at?
In petrochemical land. It'd be I'll be in Galveston mostly. But actually, we're going to go to Galveston, then we're going into San Antonio for the weekend, and then coming back to Galveston. Then I'll come back.
What weekend is this?
This weekend.
Dude, I'm only like an hour and 15 minutes away from Galveston, or from San Antonio.
San Antonio is like 2 hours from me.
I thought Austin was the opposite end.
Nah.
Your state's fucking huge, by the way.
Dude, you could drive from Arkansas, once you enter into Texas from Arkansas, all the way to El Paso. It's about a 14-hour drive. It's actually longer to drive from Arkansas border, Texarkana to El Paso than it is from El Paso to fucking L.A.
What the fuck?
For real. That's how big fucking Texas is. Massive goddamn state.
You do realize... Yeah. What about... Go ahead, Jared.
I was going to say, I think my internet's lagging on me too, those AT&T bastards. But me to El Paso, I believe, is longer than El Paso to L.A.
Oh, my
And
God.
I'm not even in Texas.
Isn't that what I just said?
Logan, do you realize we drove an hour and 40 minutes, not a week ago, and went through 3 countries?
This is true. This is very true. This is true.
That blew me away, I'll be honest. That's all I've been talking about since I got home.
You didn't talk about the trip. You didn't talk about anything. All
No.
you talked about was you drove an hour and a half and you went through Belgium, the Netherlands, and Germany.
Yeah, that and Stupid Waffles.
Dude, the Stroopin' waffles. Oh, god damn.
Which we
changed my life.
never fucking brought up in our recap show.
Which was bullshit. We totally dropped the fucking
I know,
ball
that
on
was
deal.
terrible. That was fucking terrible. Terrible.
We
Well, anyway,
definitely dropped the ball.
One pipe tobacco thing while we're on it, and I'm thinking about it. Well, it's probably hard to see. You can't see. I'm going to light going in here, but I'm down to about the bottom quarter-inch of tobacco in the bowl. I've taken all the ash out, and I keep lighting it. And it's pretty hot, so I'm down to the bottom there. It actually still tastes the same. It hasn't gotten bitter or any bad flavors to it like that. That last one I reviewed there that got horribly bitter halfway through every time. This stuff is still somehow holding on.
Which one was that you that you smoked and you fucking just ripped it apart?
I mean, that's the first one I've read that was unsmoked. But literally, I smoked a few bowls of it, and every time, halfway through the bowl, it got so horribly bitter and nasty tasting I couldn't do it.
What was it?
I went and looked at, I'm looking up what it was, but other people said the same thing at about half a bowl. So, well, I guess it wasn't just a...
Oh, it was Sasieni Odessa.
Yeah, is that it?
I think it was. Yeah, Sasieni Odessa, I believe.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
the
I have heard of it.
968.
Obviously, with Balkan blend.
Yeah, the Odessa 968.
I will say that this Viaje tastes a hell of a lot better than that pipe did.
Wait, pipe did. You done with it?
Yeah, I'm done. That's the other thing about these authors. These bowls look like they're fucking like massively big. It's actually kind of deceiving. It's not really that big.
They
And
look. That looks.
pretty
The
wide.
side looks cool. It
It does look.
pretty.
It looks hella cool.
That matte finish is balling, by the way.
Dude, isn't it, man? It's the Obi-Wan, like, like lightsabers and shit, man. It's fucking awesome. But, like, it's just...
How'd it go again?
lightsabers.
That was awesome. That's worth the show right there.
I know, dude. That just in itself right. But, yeah, so, I don't know. I mean, I bought that Bariba one. It's like a tomato author-looking thing. And it's cool, but I'm definitely trying to squirrel my hands on a Dunhill. If there's anybody out there watching and you happen to frequent, like, you know, either pawn shops or antique malls, or you like to go to estate sales where old people have passed away, and you happen to find a Dunhill, please let me know. Because I will buy it from you, sight unseen, as long as it's real. And you charge me a fair price.
Parents.
Yeah, that's the problem. As long as it's real. You better
Do you think
be
your parents would
prepared.
hook me up, Jared? Your mom?
They would. They haven't found any that I know of, but they'd give them to me if they did. I mean, I got a nice... Actually, it's not in here. It's sitting out in the garage, so I got to finish it out. But I got a nice ashtray stand wood and metal up top, a little cut for that cigar that they got at the estate sale. And they haven't found much else. They do a lot of estates, but they haven't gotten much pipe stuff.
I might have to ask. I'm going to email you and remind you to tell your mom to be on the lookout for Dunhill pipes, because your mom would be the person to find it, and then she'd probably screw me over and charge me too much.
Well, yeah, I got to find a finder's fee. You know, they find it, they mark it up, I buy it, so I found it, then I mark it up. I mean, just like the cigar industry, everybody marks it up when they get their hands on it.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
But I'll cut you a deal. I'll only mark it up half. I won't double it. I'll just mark it up half.
All right, fair enough. As long as we're starting at like $50, we'll call it good for Dunhill. So
yeah, I'm sure.
that pretty much wraps up our show tonight. So what's the final verdict on the Balkan Sasieni, fellas? I know I was at a 2. Bull Shark, you were at 2, 2.5. Jared?
I give it a 2. I can almost give it 2.5, but there's so much I'd smoked before it that I'd smoke it if somebody had it or if it was what was available, but I'm not going to go grab it before anything else.
That's exactly where I'm at. Same way.
That's where I'm at, too. So the good news is we've got a ton of Pipe Dummy shows coming at you every week, starting on every week Tuesday, same exact time, starting at 8 Eastern. Next week we're going to be smoking something Dunhill, whatever our favorite Dunhill is. And then starting the 20th, and then following it up with November 10th. Now, granted, we have shows in between on Tuesdays, but the 20th we're going to be smoking the Balkan Sobrani, and then the 10th we're going to be smoking the Hearth and Home White Knight, all very similar to the original Balkan Sobrani original smoking mixture, and we'll kind of see which one takes the cake. So appreciate you guys coming on, everyone watching Pipe Dummies. Check us back next week, same time, Tuesdays, 8 o'clock Eastern, when we're smoking Dunhills. So, Ben, tell everyone where they can find you on social media.
We find me doing cigar stuff, obviously, at StokerReview.com. Twitter, I'm @cigar_Ben, and Instagram, I believe, is a cigar_Ben as well.
It is. Jared, where can I find you?
I am on Cigar Federation. I'm 007 MI6, just about anywhere you can find me. Instagram, Twitter, I'm 007 MI6 _, because apparently somebody a long time ago took 007 MI6 and has never posted on it, but is not using it, but will not give it up either. So _ on Twitter, 007 MI6 everywhere else.
There you go. And I'm Smoking Logan, and you don't need to follow me because I'm not social at all. So everyone, appreciate it. Have a great rest of the week, and Pipe Dummies fucking out.
Peace.